to find the centre and the radius of the circle whose equation is 6x squared plus 3x plus 6y squared minus 9y minus 30 equals 0. I'll begin by dividing through by 6. 6 isn't a factor of every term, but I do need to get x squared and y squared to have unitary coefficients, and divided through by 6 won't leave things that are too difficult to deal with. So if we do that, we'll get x squared plus a half of x plus y squared minus 3 over 2y minus 5 equals 0. So that's each term has been divided by 6 and simplified. I'll now complete the square for the x terms and then the y terms. So a squared bracket with x at the front to begin with. Look at the x term and halve that, so that's plus a quarter. Subtract from the bracket a quarter squared, which is 1/16. Then add on a squared bracket to complete the square for the y terms. Look at the y term here and halve the coefficient of that, so that would be minus 3 over 4. And then subtract from the bracket 3/4 squared, which is 9/16. Minus 5 equals 0. The next step will be to collect the number terms together and then add them to both sides to take it over onto the right. So that will leave me the algebraic terms of x plus a quarter all squared plus y minus 3/4 all squared. And at this stage, if I've moved all the terms over, I'll make that 5 into 16ths as well. So that would be 80 over 16. Minus 1 and minus 9 is minus 10. With the minus 80, that would be 90. So I'll get 90 over 16 over here. And that cancels down to 45 over 8. So from here, I can see that the centre is given by taking this number here and changing the sign to negative 1/4. Take this number, change the sign, becomes positive 3/4, and the radius is the square root of 45 over 8. A radius of square root of 45 over 8, that can be simplified, which will be 3 root 10 over 4. And we can give that as a decimal if we wish, so just bring up the calculator. So it was the square root originally of 45 over 8, which is simplified as 3 root 10 over 4, and as a decimal that would be 2.37 to 2 decimal places. So the centre of the circle is negative quarter, comma 3/4, and the radius is 3 root 10 over 4, or 2.37 to 2 decimal places.